Hello, I'm Ronald the Power Work Builder, and I last left off doing pack 103, and I had to cut it off and take a break. It was a 2-minute video or 2-hour video, and I was getting frustrated, so I walked away from it for a while, and I came back with a little bit more frustration. I got all the screws in to secure the body to the car. Now, one thing I did to aid in doing that was the fender right here. I put a BM screw in the fender. So right where my finger's at, I put a BM screw in there. Now, they don't tell you to do that until issue 108. But because I was having such a pain in the butt trying to get it all squeezed together, I thought, why don't I just try putting a BM screw in that fender to pull the fender and the bottom of the car and the top of the car together. And it worked. I was able to get this screw in and the screw on the other side. And then, by some miracle of grace, I was able to get this other fender screw in here. And then this, and then these two. Well, then it came down to the fact of 4 more screws. Well, these two back here were fighting tooth and nail with me. They wouldn't go in. I finally had to stand up and just kind of push real hard on it, kind of like I was doing CPR. But I got those 2 in. And then I finally got this one in. And then I finally got that one in. So this car is never coming apart again. It's together. And I just activated all the lights because I just want to make sure that they're still, all doing their thing. And they all seem to be still doing their thing. Yeah, you can somewhat see that at the little marker light there, and it's blinking on that side. So that was the other thing that was kind of a pain in the butt, was trying to get that little blinker light in there. But that's in there. So now if I can just get the car up off the magazine. A minute. Just enough that I can see the page, because I was kind of using it to make sure I didn't scratch the roof. So we got to put these guys on. So we're kind of continuing on with 103, and then when I finish that, we'll go into 104. So this goes on this side of the car, because the short side of this goes, you know, toward the front where the transmission is, right here. And then that goes back here on this part. And oh, I got a whole mess of screws laying all over the place, but I need to find some AM screws. Of course, then I just drop a whole bunch of screws on the floor. Here, we'll use our little bag full of multiple screws, because we need more than just I think what's they're calling for right at the moment. But like I said, I got so many screws laying around. By the time I'm done, I'll just end up throwing away most of them, because I don't remember what they are. Once you take them out of the bag, it's kind of hard to know what they are. For some reason that one just doesn't want to go in. I don't know if it's just because the hole is kind of stupid. Or is it just... it looks like that goes in the... Actually, it goes in the front hole. That's what it looks like. It can't go in that front hole, because if it goes in the front one, then it's too far forward. No, I think I have it in the right hole. Because I know that big black piece goes on the back, because that's what fills in this gap right here. Alright, now I need my other piece. Here, go this one. And of course, I should have just looked in that, because there's the AM screws right there. I had a bunch of them in my little parts box, so we'll put this one on here. I don't know why, but these AM screws just seem to be a little too long. It almost feels like these should be shorter screws. They don't quite go in all the way. And I don't really have a drill. To kind of, force them in. Those are in there like that. And then these things are put on with AM screws. So these just slide through here like this. I think I got that one on the wrong side. Yeah, so that goes like that. These are kind of like little braces, I guess. You know, I'm gonna try something. Give me a second. I just happen to have a little drill next to me. So, let's see. Yeah, I need a smaller. Yeah, a little bit smaller head. Shoot. I don't know if I got a smaller head. All my heads are bigger. Well, my idea may not work. Because I don't have a head small enough for those screws. Yeah. Oh well, that idea is not going to work. I haven't got a head small enough. But I do have torqueier screwdrivers though. No offense to Mike Lane and his awesome wearer screwdrivers, but before I ordered those, I had bought these little Husky screwdrivers. So I got me a whole box of them, and you know, like that's a there's a T6. Not sure what that one is. That's 116. Here's a. This is why I bought the Huskies, because that's a PH00. That's a PH0. And that's a PH1. That's basically why I bought the Huskies, was because of the PH screwdrivers. So, all right. Now, the only problem, though, is these aren't magnetic, but thanks to good old Mike Lane, I got a magnetic thing, so I can magnetize the screwdriver. Otherwise, you're just going to keep dropping screws. And voila, it's magnetic. Alright, so that's on there like that. And then So this whole bottom section, this black piece, and the skirts are all AM screws. So oops. I need the other side. This is the side I need. And I know when I was mocking this up, it was a pain in the butt to get on there. Just like putting the car together is a pain in the butt. You can't see where the hole. Can't see where the hole is, so you don't know if you got the screw in the hole or not. You can only tell if you got the screw in the hole by the feel. So there, that one's on there. So that should, in theory, line up the rest of these. All right, that's one side of the car completely finished. The fender's on, screws are in, it's all done, 100%. What did I do with my magazine? Oh, it's under the car. I should have known that. It's kind of where I put it. All right. There are two pieces that I need that I can't seem to figure out what I did with. What did I do with those? There's two pieces that go back here, and now I can't figure out what I did with those. Oh, here they are. Okay, so this is the right side. So I think that would be this side. No, that's this side. So this, no, I was right. This is, yeah, this is right side, but this goes on here like this. Yeah, it goes on there like that, and then this one goes on here like that. They kind of use it as a kind of like a closeout panel on the back. You know, kind of close out that, you know, I guess the gap, that hole that's back here. Not that you would ever really see it once the, you know, the car's the other way around, but of course now this wants to be stupid and not want to cooperate. What else is new? Stupid, all the screw's doing is just sitting there spinning on the top of the screw mount instead of going in. And of course, you know, you can't see where the screw is at. And you can only feel where it's at, and I can feel that it's being stupid. Well, these damn things are just stupid. You can't see what you're doing. It's all feel. Freaking ridiculous. Who knew this car was going to be such a pain in the butt to actually finish? Okay, I think that hole is lined up. Maybe not. Maybe it is. All right. What do you know? One screw out of 3 actually wanted to work. Go figure that. Now that I got that one in there, this one should fall in line, he says. Which isn't. Which now it is. There you go. Alright. Well, that one's in. Now I just gotta see if I can figure out how to get this one in. Come on, you stubborn little piece of plastic. Yeah, it's... should be right about there. I've had it. I'm done. Screw that piece. I just threw it in the pile. I'll go find it. I'll go fetch it later and put it on later. I'm done screwing around with it. Damn thing don't want to go on there, then screw it. It's going in the pile. That front one just doesn't want to tighten down very well. Well, maybe it's because I put a short screw in it. Maybe that's why. Oh, you know what? I just screwed up. I forgot to put my cross braces in before I put this panel on here. Shoot. I forgot these pieces. Not exactly sure why we need those pieces, you know, but I mean, I don't see that they really do anything to the car. I mean, except for kind of block the LED strip there. Okay, well, let's just get these in here. All right, that, my friends, officially ends 103. Once you put all those AM screws in there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 AM screws to finish off 113 in the pile. As a famous YouTuber, VCore, would say, in the pile. All right, so 104. We're just doing some wheels. I already did them. You saw me build 2 wheels, so you don't need to see me build the other ones. So now we're gonna install our brake calipers on our car. So I'm going to they want me to do the front brake over here and the front brake over here. Well, I'm going to do this one first since it's pointing at me. So Just carefully take it apart so we don't break the little pin. And then we'll take some AP screws. Tiny little headed AP screws. Maybe I'll get my smaller pH out of here. Yeah, my pH 00. But I need to magnetize it first. All right. So then this. Is this the? I think this is the other side. Oh wait, that's the back. What am I thinking? That's the back side. Trying to put the front brakes on the back. Now, I'm not really quite sure why we couldn't just do this, a long time ago before we put this on the car. I just feel like that's something we could have done already. It's just had this on there. And then we'll take one of these. I guess they really don't matter, but I did scratch an L into this one. But they probably really don't matter. They're all the same. So we'll just slip that on there, and then we'll slip the cover over it. So there's what that looks like. And then we'll just spin this around. And we'll do this side. Provided I can get it apart. Trying to carefully pull this apart. But it's not wanting to come apart. I don't want to break it either. Because then it's going to just fall off every time. And it broke. I was trying to be so careful not to break the pin, and the pin broke anyways. I think the other one's about to break too. Well, I'll just leave it the way it is, because I think the other one's about to snap. This stupid car. Try to be so careful with everything, and things still break. That's one reason why I don't understand why Fanhome tells you to put things together, yet then to take it apart, because then all you're going to do is end up breaking it, trying to take it apart. And I don't have any glue on hand, so I guess maybe I don't need it, because it kind of did snap back into place there. All right, we're not going to bother that anymore. All right. So that was that. So now we need to put our right wheel on. So we just have to find the one that says right on it. So that's left. That one's left. This is right. And that's right. So you can, where's it? Right there. There it is. It says right on that side. And then it says left on that side. So the right wheels go on the right side of the car, which would be that side of the car. Now I got two right wheels, and you know they say to grab the one from issue 2. Well, I don't think it really matters which right one you have, because they're both the same. But you know, that doesn't seem right, because why would the tread go backwards? I thought the tread was supposed to go forward. No, they got the tread going backwards. Okay. So, I mean, it's got a tread pattern, but they want it, you know, they want it to go like that versus like that. So I want the tread pattern going backwards. Okay. Yeah, because I would have thought that these being, well, the right, we're going to go over here. So that way the tread pattern went, you know, this way, but they want the tread pattern going that way. All right. And there is a little notch in the wheel that has to match up with the notch on the caliper. So then that way that wheel goes all the way on. And we're gonna put one of those rings with a DM screw in it. This is a DM screw, right? Yeah, DM screw. I need to find a DM screw. Here. A DM screw is a flange screw? Okay. Yeah, they're saying to put a flange screw. But the thing is, though, I got this ABM screw with that little washer. And see, they show the little washer there. And right here, they show ABM screws. So I think, well, see, they're saying put the ABM screws. Okay, they're saying put the ABM screws in the wheels. Well, I already did the ABM screws in the wheels. But they're saying the DM screws, yeah, they're saying they're flange screws. They're saying to put flange DM screws in the wheels. So I guess that's what we will do. So we will yeah, okay, so we're putting this wheel on, and then we're putting the back wheel on. Wait a minute. So you got no, you're not. You're not putting a back wheel on. Or are you putting... Oh, maybe you're putting one back wheel on one side. Okay, this is kind of retarded. Well, yeah, they tell you to put 3 of the wheels on. So like this one, and then this one over here. And then in issue 105, then you put that wheel on. Yeah, okay, whatever, retarded. So anyways, where's my little washer thing? But since I've got all the issues, And I'm not even sure now. You know, I started recording this I was gonna make 103 kind of a standalone video because it was gonna take a while to put together, and then I was gonna put the rest of the videos together as a finished pack, like like I'd been doing all along. So but it just seems kind of retarded that, they tell you to put 3 wheels on and then you wait till the next issue to put the other one on. All right. So I'm going to do it a little bit out of order. But it's all going to get done. Since I've got the brake on this one, I'm just going to go and put that left wheel on. Because I don't even have the brakes on that. On that side of the car. So I need to line up the great, now the damn heck freaking brake caliper just busted off. Car's becoming a real pain in my train wreck. I got the seat that fell out, so seat belts are all screwed up. Now this stupid piece of crap decided to fall apart. But when it's up there, you're not even gonna see this side of the car. But I could always easily, just take this wheel off and put a little dab of glue on there to hold that brake on. I know I had some, but I don't know where I put it. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. And it's not going to stay on now because that one pin decided to break on it. So But I don't feel like that's going on there. No, that's not on there. I don't know why. Why all of a sudden this car just wants to be a pain in the butt? I don't know. It's really irritating. And I'm not sure what's going on with this wheel. This wheel's not cooperating very well either. There. It's on there. I got it on there now. Yeah. Doesn't seem like it wanted to work very well. Didn't want to go on there. Of course, this one spins away, and this one's not spinning at all. Or at least it's really hard to spin. But it's the caliper, it's the rotor inside. It was really stuck. I don't know if it's just some paint transfer on it or what it is, but unless that wasn't the rotor for that. Because I do have 105 here, and I have 107, but I'm pretty sure those are the rear. I'm pretty sure those are the rear rotors for the car. But this one's acting like this rotor doesn't belong on that wheel. Like, for some reason that's just too big. I don't know. And it's not really, saying much about those rotors. Let's see, our next issue was 105. So, no, these are the front rotors. I just don't understand why this rotor is so stiff and this one's so loose. There's something wrong with this one. 'Cause this is, because I can spin this, and I can't spin that one. But 105 and 107 are the rear rotors. So, all right. So 104. Okay. So you have a rear left wheel. Is what you were making in 104. And then you put the brake put the brake on the front side over here, and then you're putting the rotor on that side, and then you're putting the right wheel on that side. And then there's little wheel pins that's supposed to go in there. Little wheel pins. I'm not gonna try doing that on camera. I'll just take care of that off camera. And then so it basically 104. So we're basically done with 104. That was just putting this wheel on. That's all we were doing in 104 was putting that wheel on. And I do got the center caps somewhere. So anyways, that's in the pile. So then, like I said, 105, you were just making another, that cap. So we want the car this way. So we go from this wheel to this wheel. here's those little lug nuts. Here's our tiny little center cap. Got a little bit of molding flashing on it. Okay, now we're just putting these two pieces together. And they do have L's on the inside of these things. And then we need the ZP screw. That's AP. I thought I just had some ZPs. I just opened this thing and can't believe I lost the ZP screws already. Huh. Yeah, I lost them because they fell on the floor. All right. And then need some AP screws. I'm gonna screw the rear caliper on here. Provided I can get Mr. Fiddles to allow me to put it on. See, confined spaces are not my friend. I would have rather have tried to put these on without the car in the way. Put these on when you're making the subframe and everything. They don't get very tight on there either. Before I go putting that together and screw up, I need to get this on here. Okay. And then we need a rear left wheel. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna try to check something out here. Like I said, I'm not happy with this wheel. I mean, I don't understand why there would be a difference, but slides right on there. Interesting. So does that mean this would slide right on this side? Well, I'll be a hootin', snootin' dog. Somehow they are different. Wow. Somehow they are different. I would have never thought in a million years that two wheels that look the same are actually totally different. Wow. I'm blown away by that. What I'm trying to figure out is what did I do with the rest of those rings? Well, there's one. Just a second here. I don't believe that's a DM screw. Yeah, that doesn't look like a DM screw. It's not. Doesn't seem like it has a long enough head on it. Okay, like I was saying, this is really weird. I was saying that this wheel didn't move. Now it does. And then, while this one was spinning, are you sure I'm not tightening the screw too much? Maybe I'm just tightening the screw. Oh yeah, I guess I was just tightening the screw too much. Hey, you know, if I tighten the screw, then the car's not really gonna roll anywhere. Yeah. All right, well, that's the left side done. I just got to do the other side, and we'll be all done with the wheels. You know, I keep looking at this one neon that I put over here. I put it on the side, but I guess maybe they wanted it there so it kind of glows out these little vents here. But I just keep thinking that maybe it should have been right here on this side, because you know that's where these other ones are. Okay, so now 107. Try not to lose my ZP screws this time. And one reason why I'm not worrying about these things is because it's going to take a little bit to get those things on there. You know, I got them all right here. And I do have this strange part. I don't even know. I don't even know where that goes. Huh. Okay. Interesting. And I do have the orange lenses. They just kind of kept falling off, so I just threw them in there. I'll figure out how to get those to stay on the car later. Alright, so I need ZP screws. Hold this together. Alright, and then I need our AP screws. Alright, I'll throw this up there. Squeeze that together. And then grab our right wheel. Kind of line that up. Find our little tab. There you go. And then we'll get a little flange screw. All right, there's the wheels on. All right, so that's 105 in the pile. So 106 was the other tire. So doing that. So that's in the pile. Now we're at 107. We got another brake disc. Putting the tire on. So that's in the pile. Now we're up to 108. Oh, let's turn the car back over. I can fix my train wreck of seatbelts here. Stupid things popped out of the holes in the ground or floor. And they didn't want to go back in, so now they're all loose. Loosey-goosey in there. But it's looking good. Okay, so now 108 is wipers. Get to attach the wipers to the car. So grab 108 here. And everything's looking really good with the car. Don't have any wires sticking up anywhere. All my neons are working, which is good. My gauges are working. All the dash lights are working. I think this blinker is still working over here. All right. So what we need to do, I think, okay, I think this might be your, so I just gotta identify these mirror, or these wipers. So this wiper, 108C, is our right windshield wiper. This is our right one. Okay, so that's right. And then 108B no, wait. No, take it back. 108C, which is this one, is your rear wiper. That goes back here. This bent one is 108B. That is your right side wiper. And then the flatter one is your left one. So now I got to figure out, okay, so pop the hood open so you can see right there where I'm kind of pointing at. That's your left one. No, that's your right one. Yeah, that's your right. And then your left is in the middle. So the bent one, they said the bent one was the right. So this is, so the bent one's your right. So that goes in there. Get my little helping hand here. Now again, another fiddly piece that we could have done before we put the hood on. We could have put these on as part of the final installation, but no, we gotta wait till we got the hood on to do this part. And I know you don't get this part until, you know, a few months later, so I understand that. But I already had this pack, so I probably could have just went and done this fiddly part when I was putting it together. Try to avoid all this fiddliness. Kind of jump ahead. Problem is I can't figure out the holes. I don't think the holes are big enough. And I don't think the holes are big enough. And I really don't want to push too hard on it. Oh, there it goes. There's one wiper. So you do got to kind of push on it a little bit to get it in there. But I was afraid to push on it because I didn't want it to break the pin off. I can't. I can't really see what I'm doing with this one. Wow, this one's really not going in there. Um, Kind of a lousy hood pin or hood prop rod. Yeah, I just can't get this one in there. Yeah, I don't know. This one's just not going in there. Yeah, how do you like that? I used the hood to push that wiper in, and it worked. Yeah, I just used the hood to push that wiper in, and it worked. So, there you go. Now that's as far as that wiper goes, but this one can go a little bit further, which is kind of weird. You almost would think that that one might be on that side because this one goes further. This one only goes up, that far. But they're never gonna move, so they're just gonna be like that. But that's the way they are. So now get the other one in, and that's in the pile. So let me bring the car back here. I'll push this one in. Heavy little beast. There's the rear one. The rear wipers on there. That door doesn't stay shut very well. This one actually shuts good. I mean, this shuts okay, but it's just got a little bit of an ajar on the back there. All right, so we got 2 issues left, and we're completely 100% done with this car. So here's 109. So we're putting in the rear windows, which is going to be a fiddly ordeal. And then the final stage, which we're probably not even going to do anything with. You got those stupid floor mats, those rubber mats. Now, if you're building this stock, well, obviously, you know, you go ahead and use them. And they're telling you to put them in at the very end of the build. Another stupid thing. You could put these, you could have put these in the car as soon as you got the floor pan of the car. Not wait until you got a whole entire car wrapped around to try to squeeze those in. Kind of dumb. And then, oh, wait a minute, now this is interesting. Oh, those reinforcement, there's some reinforcement brackets that go up here under the hood. They're just telling you to put those in with some adhesive tape. Oh, and then I guess you're also putting in the trunk struts. We don't need to do anything with that. I've got my trunk struts in here, but mine broke. Where I had those little grommets, those little rubber grommets, the top of those towers where those grommets were broke off. So now my trunk lid, you know, kind of doesn't stay, you know, in those gaskets. It is what it is. I've never once I put it back up there, I'm never gonna open the trunk lid. The batteries must be wearing out in my little Nissan thing, because I noticed all the lights turned off on it. So that's the bad thing about using battery power. It wears out. Hence the reason why I got this Powerwork Upgrades power main for it. I do have one of these for like the Dodge Charger and one for Knight Rider, but I think the Dodge Charger one might be the same. But I was thinking of trying to see if I could use the Dodge Charger main power for that, and that way it won't shut off on me like that. So anyhow, like I said, we're just putting the windows in back here, and just out of craps and giggles, I'll show you these are the rubber mats that you get with the car, but I put in really nice Mike Lane carpet in here, and carpeted floor mats. So I'm not even going to use these. I mean, I suppose I could, I guess if I really wanted to, I could set them in the car, over top of the carpet that's in there. Kind of give it like a little, WeatherTech look. But personally, I really don't care whether they're in the car or not, because like I said, once it's up there, you're never gonna see the inside of the car, because the doors aren't really gonna be open. All you're gonna see is that much of the car when you look at it. So, and I'm not even gonna really even use those things. I don't even use them on the other two cars I have. So basically, that goes in the pile as well. And then there's those, one of the metal things that are, goes on there. But this is the last piece of the car that we need to worry about. But before I cut the video off, I'm gonna kill some of these lights because I wanna show you the effect of the car. So there's kind of like the glow of the inside of the car. Got all the lights working. Little hazard light works on the side. And then I showed you the front working. I just gotta put those lens covers in it. And then there's the rear. Now if I turn the lights off, now you got the hazard lights, but then that's just shows you the brake lights. And there's your reverse light. And apparently that's a fog light. And then you got your plate light there. So basically this will just go right up here. Oops. So that basically goes right there. And that's complete. I will put the little sticky things on that, but and then I'll finish up the wheels, put the hubcaps in. But anyhow, that is the Nissan. Fully complete, and this looks fabulous. These two stripes match this. That stripe matches that. And then you, like I said, you got the 3 squares down here. Absolutely fabulous. I am 100% pleased with these replacement parts. Now, honestly, I know things do happen and screw-ups happen, but I wish I could have gotten these parts as standard stock parts and then had this car done months ago. But now that I got it, it looks awesome. And I'm thoroughly thrilled with it, and it will be going back up on the case up there, back up in its display case when I finally get done putting all the little trims stuff on it. But thank you for watching the video series. I know the last 2 videos were really long. They were super long. But I hope you enjoyed the last 2 videos of this series. And hopefully next time I can get back to my Eleanor. I don't know when that'll ever be, because they quit sending me the packages. I got up to 17. 17's out of stock, and that's, then they did send me 18, but I couldn't do anything with that. So they sent me 19. I was able to do something with that. And they sent me 20, and I was able to do something with that. But then they never sent me 21. So they're about 4 months behind on that car. Anyhow, That's all I know. This one is finally finished. Not just mocked up finished, but finito finished. So thank you for watching the series. And I hope you have fun watching the last two videos. Until then, I'm Ronald the Powerwork Builder. Have a great day. Later.